Earth to Girl World. Earth to Girl World. This is Dr. Phil checking in. Hope everybody's had a great week off since the show is off for a week. Hopefully you had a great time. I am back. It's been a little bit busy over here, running a little bit late tonight, but it feels good to be back. Hopefully everybody has had a great week. I missed Foodie's return. Missed the big return of Foodie. I missed her exposing her scalp. She's already got the hijab back on. She's been here for a week. She's already got the hijab back on. We're back to the hijab of the Hut arc. She barely left Tatooine. We're already back to hijab of the Hut. So, a lot going on in Girl World. We got Foodie doing her thing. What was the other thing I wanted to cover? Oh yeah, Rosee with a which should be a really good grocery haul. That's always fun, right? Grocery haul from Rosee. And Glitter and Lasers, up to her old tricks, hasn't really had anything too interesting or new. At least I haven't checked that thoroughly, but I haven't seen anything too exciting. So we're gonna kind of put her on the back burner tonight. It's gonna be a bit of a foodie night tonight. She's kind of the hot topic of the moment. So with that said, let me welcome you fine folks in. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Welcome in, JV. Good to see you. Hey, everybody. Cinnamon Girl, 1978. Hey, hey. Sabin Nation, 256. Good to see you again, Sabin Nation. Hopefully you're having a great night. I've been shifting up the username, without the name. Maybe I misunderstand, but yeah, I've changed the title to this a few times now. Everyone be sure to please hit like and subscribe if you're enjoying the show. Lets YouTube know. Welcome in, Miss Jarella. Good to see you. Blue Hoodie. Nirvana. Good to see you, Nirvana. No problem. Enjoy your lurk. Hopefully we'll have some content you can enjoy tonight. She's already back to being boring. I want to cover some of the hijabless Foodie, but I also want to cover the new stream. So I think I might cover just a little bit of one of her previous streams. But I want to cover the new one first, though. It's I don't know. You're right, though. I want to cover at least one of her hijabless streams. I feel like we haven't even had a chance to enjoy it yet. It's like we haven't even had the chance yet. But what else is Foodie doing? Foodie's being a piece of crap. I'm going to hate on Foodie a little bit tonight. In fact, I almost titled the stream, Let's Hate on Foodie. Because I feel like hating on Foodie. Foodie's a piece of crap. She's lied to her audience. I'm sure of it. We're going to see it yet again. With this whole fiasco of going back to Canada. I don't believe that she's really left Salah. I think that she and Salah are just taking a little break so she can make a little money off her visors. I really do believe that's the extent of it. Yeah, sad to say. Sad to say that she's just ripping off her viewers yet again, cheating them. We'll call it the hijab attacks. I'm not sure what else to call it, though. But Jamie, I think you said it. I think a few other people suggested it, that she's still here with Salah. Welcome in, Nutty. Good to see you, as always. But yeah, I think she and Salah are still together, behind the scenes. And if they're not, I think she's going to get back with him when she realizes that Canada's not all it's cracked up to be. I think she enjoyed her first little week or two back, but now it's kind of setting in that she still has to live with herself. All right, so with that out of the way, I guess let's just get it started, right? No need to delay. We've got the latest Foodie here. Let's check her out. Let's feel back to old time's sake. So yeah, let me cut down the music real quick.
Right. It's up for me to decide, and right now, this just feels better. Is it partly because, it's just, I guess I just...
And how's the volume on Foodie? She seems a little bit loud to me.
Believe in Allah and,
Oh, it looks like she already started her explanation. Let me go back just a little bit. So let's give everybody a little bit of introduction here. Prior to this video, and if you missed last week, you might not even realize it, but for the last week, Foodie has been going hijabless. In fact, let me find a picture of Foodie hijabless, just so we could crack on her a little bit. Normally, I don't like to make fun of people's appearances, but Foodie is such an awful person, I don't feel bad about it. So I'm going to crack on her just a little bit. Because she lied. She lied and said that, she tried to make us think that things were other than they were. She said her hair was growing back just fine. It is what it is. But Foodie, you kind of, your poor eating, your obesity caused you to have health problems. Those health problems led to you losing your hair. And now you like to wear the hijab as a way to cover that up. If you want to cover up your balding head, that's fine. But religion is not supposed to be a cosplay. You're eating pork, you're smoking. I'm not here to tell you how to live your religion. I know that's a fair point. I'm not going to say how you have to live. But it comes across very hypocritical when you were so happy, you said, to be away from Islam and to be back to your home culture and to be living your best life, as you put it. And it's been a week or two, you put the hijab back on, but you're not embracing the Islamic culture. You're simply embracing the Islamic cosplay. So let's enjoy some of Foodie's explanation for why she returned to her cosplay. Why did she put the cosplay back on? Because that's all it is. Don't be mistaken. Don't think this is religious garb. This is a religious costume.
Honest, there's a combination of things going through my mind. First of all, I'm so confused. Like I've always been. You guys don't know how hard it is unless you're in my situation.
Thank you. Welcome in, Michael.
Hey, Christy.
First of all, welcome in, Mike. We got a special guest in the chat. Anybody who's not already subscribed, please do. Michael Furberger, maker of some excellent memes. If one of my mods wants to throw up Mike's link in the chat, that'd be fantastic. But definitely be sure to check him out.
You know, everybody. Like, like being between cultures. Like,
yes.
When you're from a culture.
Okay, one more thing I want to talk about before I keep interrupting, but I do this a lot in the beginning. I want to kind of catch everybody up, or anybody who's not caught up already, but catch myself up at least, anybody watching the replay. Oh, and thank you to anybody watching the replay. Thank you to all of the viewers, all of the lurkers, all of the chatters, but also all of the people watching the replays. You folks are appreciated very much, and it's great to get your opinions as well. So if you have an opinion, be sure to leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think. I always like to read the comments. So what was I saying? I lost track of my thought. What was I saying? About the cat. Yes, thank you, Jamie. So the cat, Foodie got a new kitten. That's right, the animal abuser. I'm going to say it because I always was tried to be very delicate about it, because I don't even know why I tried to be delicate. I guess it's just me. For some reason, I like to be delicate, even if some people don't really deserve it. I probably should consider that more. So, Foodie, terrible cat owner, cat neglector, cat abuser. Get it out of the way. How does she abuse her cat? How does she neglect her cat? When I say abuse, I mean chronic neglect to the point of abuse. I don't think she threw it against a wall or anything like that. But I do think that she's neglected and mistreated her pets. She couldn't care less about their health, their happiness, or if they're free of pain. She allows them to suffer with painful medical conditions, does not get them taken care of. She does not adequately provide fresh food. She will just put a big pile of dry food in the corner and leave it for weeks. And to be specific, she did not get her cat's nails trimmed in the past. She allowed them to grow into the pads, left it like that for an extended period of time, went off to a foreign country while that was going on, and then blamed her roommate, Pete's, for not getting it done. She took a kitten away from its mother before it could even eat. She lied and claimed that it was sick and malnourished, when in reality, the only malnourishing going on was that it wasn't eating because it was still too young and needed to be back with its mother. I'm sure plenty of people who know Foodie better than me can give more examples, but just from my own my own limited history, just in the last few years, I've seen all of that. Well, I mean, come on, there. We've got. If anybody else wants to try to catch up with Michael, though, come on, you could do better. That's a fair point, Elizu. That's a fair point. I'm just kind of hating on Foodie a little bit tonight because I haven't done it in a few months or a few weeks. So let me catch up on the chat here a little bit, and then we'll get back to the Foodie. Foodie is the worst. Elizu with a very calculated and cold analysis, but I think that she's right. I think you're right, Elizu. I think Foodie is just putting on a big front. Oh, and let me let it play also a little bit. I keep letting it go. But yes, so she is just, this whole cat thing, it's all BS, it's all crap. I'm kind of repeating myself now. The cat is going to have to be rehomed. I hope it gets rehomed. Doesn't just abandon it. Michael Ferber, I'm not reading that one, but you can read that one for yourselves. All right, let's let it go.
I've spent the last 3 years adapting to a different culture, and then it's just like, I thought like you guys, I thought it would be so easy to just rip everything off and just go back to like how I was 3 years ago, but it's not like that, and it has nothing.
It's not like that. Foodie, you know why it's not like that? Because you can't go back in time 3 years. 3 years ago, you were a different person. I know this may be old hat for anybody who's familiar with Foodie, but I'm going to say it because I haven't talked about her in a while. Foodie is not chasing Islam. Is she chasing a man? Maybe, but I think she's more running from herself. I think Foodie just really cannot stand her life in Canada. She never has, or she hasn't, at least for not since she left Natter. She hasn't enjoyed her life in Canada. And she ran off to the Middle East so that she could escape her life in Canada. She thought that she could become a Muslim housewife and just everything would be new, everything would be different. But you can't run away from yourself, Foodie. You can change your location, but you bring yourself with you. And that's what Foodie did. She brought herself to Kuwait. Then she brought herself to Syria. Now she brought herself back to Canada. She's dropped or she did at least until today. She dropped the Islamic garb. She dropped the pretense of living a religious life. And she was just, I don't know. I'm rambling now, but you get my point. You get my point. She's a big faker. Big faker is what she is.
To do with Salah. I thought it would, but it doesn't. Like, regardless if I ever talk to Salah again or not, like, this just feels better for me right now, and maybe I just need more time. I don't know, but yeah. So
I think that makes sense.
right. It's up for me to decide, and right now, this just...
See, if she were Glitter and Lasers, she'd be able to get away, because Glitter and Lasers can run like 3 miles like it's nothing. So Foodie would have no problem running from herself if she just would follow Glitter's workout advice.
Feels better. Is it partly because, you know, it's just, I guess I just, you know, believe in Allah, and
where is this coming from? This woman cannot make up her mind. From week to week, she is so fake. If this was real, it would be incredibly interesting. Because it's fake, it's still interesting to me, but I can see where some people might get bored of it. But it's interesting that she could keep recycling this same BS line of, oh, I'm not so sure about my faith. I'm still discovering my faith. I don't want to be presumptuous about other people's faith, but I think it's all just a big act. I don't sense any authenticity here. Foodie reverses herself weekly. She puts on the outfit like a cosplay. She doesn't seem to show any interest in following any of the tenets of Islam. I mean, she actively flouts the rules. She doesn't even keep halal with the food anymore. Or I guess she said she's going to start keeping halal again. Is this a play to get Salah back? Is it even a play to get Salah back? Is this just a pretend play to make the audience think she wants to get Salah? What even is this? Because this is just, I think this is Foodie just grasping at straws. I'm genuinely thinking this through.
Has nothing to do with a man, obviously.
Bull crap.
Like, I don't want to be I don't care about men. I just care about myself and growing as a person, and, you know. Vehicle exit assist deactivated. Be careful when exiting vehicle.
Oh yeah, she did that naked stream. You know what? Okay, so let me fast forward to some of the funny parts on this, because we got the intro part. Let's go to the part where she actually walks around. She has the part where she goes to a place. I think she turns off the volume, though, so I'm going to go to the part where you can actually hear her. Because she does a little traveling bit where she goes into a store. The problem is she keeps turning the volume off in the store.
Okay, there's no music.
Now, I also want to comment, how crappy is that by Foodie? She cares so little for her beezers. I saw some of this chat replay. They're in the chat saying, Foodie, we hate this. This is not fun. We don't want to watch a muted stream. Can you please put up... She is so desperate for every AdSense penny. She does a 2-hour stream. She has an hour of it muted. Or maybe like, what, 30 minutes of it muted? The point is she's muting entire sections of the stream because she doesn't want to lose out on even a few bucks of AdSense. This woman is shameful.
Mackerel.
It's crazy, Nirvana. It's absolutely absurd. Her beezers are the worst kind of enablers. They do want her to be miserable. I agree with that. I think some of them say they want her to be happy. Some of them say they want her to be happy, but I agree with you. They don't want her to really be happy. They just want her to be, they want her to be as miserable as they are, which is not hard.
Plantains.
She's so out of breath. I think it's the other reason she keeps cutting off the volume. She doesn't want us to hear how out of breath she is.
Cabbage.
She's been spending most. That's true. Another thing, Nutty. Foodie has been blowing through that money. She's just been buying crap. She bought all these Halloween knickknacks. What are you going to do with these Halloween knickknacks? I thought you were moving. Why are you buying knickknacks when you're freaking moving?
Okay.
She gonna buy and fry these plantains, or she just? Why is she looking at the plantains?
It's pretty ripe.
And I like saying plantain because it lets me. My accent makes it such a funny word to say. Plantain. That sounds bad, doesn't it? Agreed, Nirvana. That is so true. We see this so often, and we're gonna watch some other people later tonight. We're doing a little bit of foodie to start us out, but I got some other folks tonight. I got this person, Zio the Dreamer, who is in rehab, diet rehab, and having people send them food. This person is very disturbing. But yeah, like you're saying, these beezers, these viewers, they want to see these people do badly. They like dragging them down. Plantanos. All right, is that already it? Did you seriously cut it out that shortly? This is what she's giving her viewers. Part of why I'm showing this to you is I want you to see the crap that she's giving her viewers. This is Foodie's stream. She goes to the store and she mutes the entire. She goes to 2 different stores and she mutes the entirety of it. Look at this one here. She just mutes the entirety of the trip. Like, who wants to see this crap? Her just wandering through a store completely muted. Like, what is this supposed to even be? So she goes to another store. Is this one muted too? Let's see about this one. Yep, so she mutes this one too. So she goes to 3 stores and mutes every single one. What the heck? What the hell is this crap? I almost cursed here. This is just outright crap. This is like just almost unwatchably bad. Well, she needs to get a new house to blow down. Maybe you know, in the story, wasn't it the opposite? The wolf blew the pig's house down. It wasn't the pig blowing the wolf's house down. All right, I'm trying to be funny. I can't keep up with all the jokes and the stream at the same time. It's too hard for me. The yellow pole. Oh, I missed it. Because she is holding something, I noticed. What the heck is she holding? Sorry, I'm trying to catch what I missed and keep up with the chat all at once. So she's looking at Christmas supplies? Okay, what is this thing on the side here? Is that what you're asking, Drell? What's this thing on the side? Oh, you know what? I think she bought something. I think that's something that she bought. Let's fast forward just a little bit. Of course, she's looking at the candies. And the reception is horrendous. It's barely even watchable. I think we're just going to go to the Rosee one, because I was expecting a little bit better. This is such a lame. video. Like, let's at least see what she's looking at, I guess. Oh my God. Well, I'll try to give you a little bit of audio tracks. So she's looking at the chips. If they had to bring 2 of every creature, I think they need 1 ogre and 1 ogress. They got Shrek and Foodie. Of course, she's looking at the lollipops. Not the only thing that sucks on camera. Looking at the what are these candy bars? Are these like Canadian candy bars? I've never heard of these. Twirl? Car milk? I've never heard of half of these. Oh, Coffee Crisp. That one's good. I know that one. Foodie buying the crap. At least she's not buying the protein bars, right? She should get one of those. She should get one of those inflatable ones. But then again, she'd probably knock herself unconscious trying to fill it up. She'd have to buy a pump. All right, so let's keep going. Let's fast forward to the next segment because she keeps muting. All right. So here she is in the car. I'll let this play for just a second while I fast forward. Look for something better.
My hair is thinning.
She's totally out of breath. Holy crap. Look at this.
My goodness. Oh.
She's completely out of breath. Which is shocking. I mean, such a just going through the dollar store. And Foodie, when she had her hijab on, when she was not wearing the hijab, she constantly was pulling it up over her neck. Let me actually find that video. That was a recent one she did. I'll put that one on as well.
Got a broom, tongs, dustpan. $10 for all 3. Not bad.
Well, Foodie, you're looking dusty. Why don't you put the pan on your head?
Not bad. Hey, Missy Matt.
Oh, I heard she bought a pack of bacon the other day. Is that true?
Well, whether you think I'm doing it because I'm ashamed of my hair, I've never been ashamed of anything and hid anything. So it doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. I'm there's probably other women who do that. But no, if I style my hair nice, I mean, you know.
She says she's
Hey,
not
Samantha.
insecure, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. She hasn't walked this far since
Hey,
Syria.
Ellen,
I mean, I
Dragonfly.
don't think. Being
Where do you
serious
want
for a
to eat,
moment.
guys? So I need to feel comfortable, yeah. Which is why, you know. I feel more
20%
comfortable
fat,
right now.
80% lean vision. All right.
Yeah, true, Christina.
So let me actually put on a slightly more
Right,
recent Foodie
teardrop.
where she buys crap. This is a little rage bait here.
Maybe another time.
Let me open it.
So let's do a little bit of rage bait with this other Foodie video. So this is her. I think this is her wig.
Another Nashi.
Is this the hairpiece? I think this is the hairpiece because I don't think this is her natural hair. It hangs over that much.
Forgot. Nobody reminds me. Nobody sends me a link to their channel. What am I supposed to do? Lady Elaine, get email.
So for anybody who missed it, this was Foodie just a few days ago. This is
It's not just simple.
this is how she was dressing up just a couple days ago. She's gone back to the hijab
I
now.
would probably never find them in the debris. Teardrop! What's up? How's the audio?
All right, I think we're gonna pull up the Rosie video because we've seen enough Foodie for one night.
Biracial bonus Nashi. I hate these stupid things. Another effort. Sorry. It's bad. Audio is good. See?
Okay, so I'm gonna pull up the Quirky Rosie haul because that is a good one. because this one was kind of a letdown. I was disappointed that she muted so much of it. I really did want to finally get a good look at the current foodie stream that are going out. But we have some recent Rosee. Anybody who's not aware, Quirky Love Rosee is a super plus-sized personality, girl worlder, similar to Foodie herself. So let me pull up the video, and let's look at this woman here. She has does she have a more or less human outline than Foodie? If you saw Rosee or Foodie, you saw their silhouette, which of them looks more human, do you think? All right, this is Rosee. Do not be mistaken. This is not actually cleavage. This is just her pushing her rolls together. But this is like a scary look. I don't know how she gets this, like, this tunnel going on here. Like, that's, I don't know. I don't even know what that's supposed to be, but that's, it's shocking and it's scary to think about.
Ways, I think it's fantastic. Hey, I think that's Thiago. Hey, Thiago. I was watching a live stream. And
welcome in, Canada Cool, Pondu. Good to see you.
Like the @ so I don't know if I just don't know something.
Tough call, right?
Or what? But hey, new name, I'm good. Let's see. I know different cottage cheeses do taste different and the textures are different. I like the one in the pink container. I can't remember the name. I'm not sure which one's in a pink container. I don't know off my memory.
Yeah. I will say one thing. Watching Rosee and Foodie, I think one thing that Rosee does a lot better is she's a lot better at pretending like she cares about her audience. I think she's much better at that. I think Rosee's audience, I think Rosee caters to her audience much better. Like, she really acts like she cares about them. Then she shows them that she doesn't. Like when they called her out about Amber Lynn, because Amber said some things that they found offensive. They said they offended their sensibilities about what Amber said about one of her exes. I don't remember what exactly it was. Something about them being trans, and Amber insulted them being trans in some way, and her audience got really upset about that. And because Rosee says that that's like a really big deal for her, like that's like something that she really cares about and she's really obsessed with. And like, if anybody says anything about a trans person that's not good, she's going to be really upset. But then when Amber said something, like, oh, well, ignore that. I don't care about that. But other than that, she generally seems to be more concerned with her audience, although I don't think she really is. I think she at least does a better job portraying that.
So anyhow, yeah, the reason I was like making like
and she has better hair than Foodie too, although that's not hard.
Annoyed noises is because I ordered strawberry lemonade. She picked these, and then I picked strawberry lemonade, and then they said they were out and that they were going to refund me for it. But I have these.
That's Rosie's money makers. She knows how she makes her money. Rosee, to be fair, I think you're right, Alizu. I really do. I think Rosee has realized that cleavage sells, and if you don't have, and if you can fake the appearance of cleavage, that's just as good for a thumbnail.
Now, and I don't like black cherry.
Well, what would it be okay if it were white cherry?
Also particularly deeply disdain black cherry. I've recently gotten into liking fresh cherries as like a concept, but like,
and this is something that I just, the amount of energy Rosee puts into her food, the amount of effort she puts in, like she cares about this flavor of this drink so much. Like the word she used, I particularly deeply despise black cherry. Like, I don't have that. I just can't muster up that much hatred for a sugar-free drink.
Cherry. Now.
Listen to how she describes it.
And I don't like black cherry.
I don't like black cherry. All right, like I know this.
I actually particularly deeply disdain black cherry.
Particularly deeply disdain black cherry. If she freestyled that, that's some impressive alliteration.
I've recently gotten into liking fresh cherries as like a concept, but like I don't want this.
Right?
So I'm gonna have to like make mixed drinks.
One's in chat if you're not cool with Rosie's racism.
Make this palatable to me, because I'm not gonna waste
Respect all the drinks.
But I'm going to check the receipts afterward.
All drinks matter.
Yeah, objectively the worst flavor. In my opinion, yes. Also, are these the gala apples that I also didn't want? Oh, woman. Okay. We're going to be making some kind of apple pie filling or something with these. Because
Thank you. Thank you, Nutty. Thank you,
I got
Giselle.
mandarin oranges. Gala apple.
I didn't until you pointed that out. I didn't even realize that the way she said that. She's okay with fresh cherries as a concept. I don't know if that's incredibly smart or incredibly dumb. It's probably incredibly dumb.
This is my view of a car. Be happy you can shop for yourself. Okay? Okay.
What happened to, by the way, Rosie says she doesn't have a car. What happened to her car? Didn't she have a car just like a month ago? I could have swore she had one. I mean, I guess it could break down, but I mean, I hope her car's okay. I don't wish that on anybody, right? I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that. Like, well, no, I will say that. You'd have to really be an awful person for me to not want you to have transportation.
Great, thanks. I don't want to take time out of my brother's rest days to just run up to Aldi. You know, like if I can do a pickup order like this, like I'm trying to be basically the same thing. Sarcasm, yeah.
If that's true that she's trying to let her brother have some time to rest, I think that's actually really sweet. I'm not so sure if that's true though. I'm not so sure if that's true. I mean, I don't know exactly what her relationship with her brother is, but is it possible maybe she likes to order it herself because she doesn't want him to be like to be involved? Like she wants to get like specific things and she's worried maybe he won't get them. Maybe that's what it is. But yeah, Jarella with a great point. Joe, the great point a minute ago about go shop for yourself, Rosie. Exactly. If you're that upset about people bringing you the wrong stuff, then go get it yourself. Or I don't know, set it so say, hey, no substitutions, right? She blew out the suspension. Are you serious? Hold on a second. I thought she. To be fair, Lisa, I don't remember that. I thought she had a car like just a month or two ago. I thought she like got a new car or something since then. That's the thing. I remember her going to the like when she went to the Sam's Club or the Costco the other day. I thought she took her car there. I didn't realize. All right, well then I'm mixed up. So yeah, I guess Rosie does not have a car. Shows what I know.
I'm really just grateful I have food for the month. Yeah, me too, for sure. But I mean, at the end of the day, like I'm allowed to be annoyed if like I'm being charged for things that I specified I didn't want, you know?
Okay, Rosie, are they really charging you for things you didn't want? Because from my understanding, I have a family member who gets groceries delivered, and I'm familiar with the way it works for her. And you can say you don't want any substitutions. So if you say, hey, I only want these items, if you don't bring me anything else, they have a setting for that. So if you're letting them substitute the items, you can't be upset with the substitutions.
If I'm not charged, then hey, like that's a blessing, right? But I don't know yet. I'm allergic to apples. I'd be pissed. Yeah, understandable.
Oh, okay.
But it was like
okay.
Multiple things happened.
That was where I was confused. I didn't realize that he had a car of his own.
In a row, like, because had the app let me do what I needed to do, I can drive. I just currently don't have a car, access to a car I can drive. Got an uncle who grows massive cooking apples in his farms and make a really good apple crumble with them. Ooh, nice.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I got mixed up then. I thought that she had a new car or something then. I didn't realize that was Levi's car that she was using. So, all right, well, at least now that's settled. So thank you for the clarification.
I think is a blessing in this country these days. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. Full moon on the 5th. Ooh, tea. Love that.
I like that theory, Nutty. That is a good theory.
Randomly. Okay, here we go. Because I got a total of 4. The strawberry lemonades, like I said, were just out, which is fine. Walmart does have a pretty sweet return policy. Yeah, this is from Aldi though.
Rosie would totally do that, where she would pretend where she would say she got some stuff and not actually want it.
Apple butter. Ooh, you know, I'm a Southern girl. I love me an apple butter. I've never tried to make one.
I've never had apple butter. I'd probably like it. I like apples. Show us the groceries, Rosie. Come on. All right, she's about to show them in a minute.
purchased, and you guys will see it. I purchased the actual apples I wanted. Galas are just not my preferred apple.
She likes the straightas.
Already picked apples, so now I'm gonna have a bunch of apples. Low-key, I'm afraid to drive in full moons. I'm suspicious people will be weird.
She doesn't like the gay apples. She doesn't like the black cherries. Rosie, what's happening here? I thought you were very progressive.
That's valid. It's easy to do a return online. It's not. I didn't buy it through Aldi. I got it through a delivery app. So I'm gonna just try to figure it out when I get off stream. Like, it's not the end of the world. I'm just if I'm like a little allowed to feel that way, you know. No, I didn't get any caramel apples this time. Yeah, Honeycrisp loyalist. Same.
Now, caramel apple. That's something that I do really like. I like apples. I like caramel. Can't go wrong with a caramel. Although I don't like getting the bits of apple peel stuck between my teeth. But other than that, I do like it.
Honeycrisp. Wait a second.
She got a lot of apples.
What the?
But apples are relatively healthy as long the peel is as long as you eat the peel, you know.
She got me 2 apples. I got 1 mandarin orange. I've got too many apples. I feel like I'm living a math problem right now. What is this?
I feel like it's more of a physics problem that you're dealing with.
Yeah, I'm gonna be making either like.
I am behind. I can admit that. Really,
we'll
I can admit I'm so far behind on Rosie. I've been really focusing like 100% on glitter and lasers the last like month or two, and I kind of just like I got so caught up in glitter and lasers weightlifting, like that's all I focused on for like a month.
Figure that out. We're doing that. But anywho, I only have a little bit of these original crisp crackers left, so I got a refill because you guys already know. If you know me. You know what I bought. You know what's in these bags right now that goes with these. You already know.
I love that she's saying that. Like, we already know. Like, I mean, I don't know you, but I can imagine. Like, what? Like 5 pounds of butter and like 3 pounds of cheese. What else is Rosie notorious for eating?
And then I got 3
giant
bell
steak.
peppers. These are a great price at Aldi. Like, truly. Great price, and they're good quality. And last time they lasted a good while in my fridge. Yeah, and this is the unfortunate cost of delivery and pickup orders. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, if you have access to a car, be grateful.
I really don't get why Rosie complains so much. I mean, I'd be pretty happy. Yeah, okay, they brought you the wrong apples, but overall, that's really not so bad. I mean, it's pretty sweet getting your stuff delivered.
Because this is cheaper than Ubering back and forth. I have been dying for some potato chips. I won't lie to y'all. I've been craving potato chips for a long time.
Texas Roadhouse is pretty good. I like that place.
Tortilla chips don't count. I wanted potato chips. So I don't like their barbecue flavor, like the Aldi.
I like how they really put a good char on the steak. Like, it's got a nice, like nice grilled outside. I really like that charred outside.
The Clancy Aldi brand barbecue flavor chips, like, they taste wonky to me. So I just got some original just to kind of like hit that craving.
I have not had a potato chip in like probably like 2 years, and I actually kind of like potato chips, but I don't really miss them. I think that's a good example of a food that it's one of those foods that I like it, but I don't miss it. So I'm glad I cut it out of my diet. I think that's a good thing for anybody. If you have foods like that you kind of like them, but they're not that healthy, just cut them out. You don't need that stuff.
We didn't have any like straight lemon pepper, and I've been wanting to try like cooking with lemon pepper. I'm not sure in what ways exactly. I do have all that.
Welcome in, Angela Glass. So, much better choice.
I did watch a video today of this lady. Like she was when she said forget about it. I was like, I can trust this woman with my life because she was making chicken cutlets. And,
oh really?
She tried a different technique, and apparently she went super viral. Her name is like Rita, I think. Instead of like cutting it like the knife horizontal, you cut it into strips kind of like tenderloins, and then when you pad the breading on, you like put a lot of pressure on it, and it helps flatten it out, and apparently it makes it fork tender and like a really good option. So I was thinking of trying that because I've never tried making my own chicken cutlets, And a lemon pepper chicken cutlet sounds pretty good. So I got some lemon pepper. This was also like
Lemon pepper. I have a question about lemon pepper, Nutty. Do you know if the lemon that's in there, is that like from lemon zest, like bits of lemon peel? Or like, is it like where does the lemon flavor come from? I've never even thought about that. Oh, good question, Canada Cool. Did I replace the chips with something else? Well, I was not what you would call a heavy chip eater, but I guess you could say that I kind of, if I did switch to anything, I guess you could say I switched to like crackers or maybe breadsticks. But I really just kind of tried to get out of the habit of snacking quite as much. But if I did snack, I'd probably have like crackers or breadsticks, and I guess those aren't really that much better than chips. But I think they're a little bit more filling, at least, even if they're maybe not that much healthier. So yeah, I just was never like a huge chip eater to begin with. It was something that I would like to have a chip, but it was something I didn't really miss it too much. So I was like, you know what, just don't even have them at all, right? And that kind of a thing.
90 cents. So I was like, let me try it. And then I did get 2 of the bigger strawberry lemonade. I did pick these. You get me, Cameron. You get me.
We found your weakness.
So,
Elise loves the chips.
Initially, I ordered 1 of these, but the other type that I ordered of this was out of stock, so she replaced it with the same thing, which ultimately means I got an extra steak. So I'm definitely going to throw one of these in the freezer.
Rosie got her steaks. Rosie got her steaks. Rosie, that's a lot of steak. Jesus. Rosie spends so much on steak, and I can't hate on spending money on beef. If you're going to spend money on food, you're going to spend a fortune on food, at least spend it on some fresh beef. Something. So I can't hate on that. But it's just so gluttonous, the amount that she eats. It's normally I would hate on the food choices, but I don't hate on that food choice. I think it's a good choice, but I'm going to hate on the quantity. She eats like 1.5 pounds of steak at a time. Like, you really don't need that much. Like 8 ounces is the recommended serving size. 6 ounces for if you're not a heavy eater. You can have a little more than that if you're hungry. But Rosie eats like 24 ounces of steak at a time. Like, she eats these giant things, like 3 servings worth.
I'm thinking pretty soon I'm gonna be doing another grilling live because I also have some brats in the freezer, and
that is true.
I wanted to try grilling steak on the grill. This is why I ordered Aldi from Aldi last time, and I just ended up not getting it in the order. So I got it this time. I'm very excited. I've never had Aldi's ribeyes. They're very.
You know what? I could try to give a funny answer, but Nutty's like already beat me to the truth. The truth is she just ate it. She ate it, the cinnamon girl. I'm sorry. Like, I wish I had a better answer than that, but she ate it. What happened to all the food? Rosie did a mukbang. She ate it. She just ate it.
Revered on the TikTok lands. So I'm excited to give it a shot. And I'm very blessed and thankful to have this. So.
And this may sound kind of morbid, but as fatty as these cuts of steak are, like,
I've never had all these ribeyes.
Like, these cuts of steak are kind of fatty. But just think for a second, Rosie, this steak is like what, like 40% fat? Rosie is like 90% body fat. So imagine if this steak was just like all fat. That's what Rosie looks like underneath the skin.
In the order. So I got it this time. I'm very excited. I've never had all these ribeyes. They're very to have this. So it's probably gonna be a long time before I buy steak again. That was like definitely a treat. And then also for the freezer, I got Aldi salmon. It's frozen.
All right, salmon, that's not a bad choice. In fact, I think that's a good choice. In fact, this grocery haul, as much as I want to crack on Rosie, I mean, and I will, don't get me wrong, but this grocery haul overall is pretty healthy. I mean, the part that makes it bad is that Rosie's probably going to eat all this like in 1 or 2 days, maybe 3 days tops. Like, she eats so much food, this really is not going to last her more than a few days.
So, like, obviously fresh salmon is better quality, but salmon's really like a really good source of omega-3s. It's delicious, and I want to make some more salmon stuff. So I'll just like kind of take these out. They looks like they're pre-wrapped.
Yeah.
So right now. This is the 2-pound family pack. I think it was like $11. It's a great deal for salmon.
You. No,
salmon is pretty expensive, but if you get it at Aldi, you get the frozen kind. They have a smaller.
Cinnamon Girl Rosie puts away enough food for like a family of 4. And I'm not even exaggerating. I'm really not exaggerating because she eats like 3 times to 4 times. She eats 3 to 4 times what a normal sized woman with a normal sized diet, I'll say, for her height. Let's say, put it in perspective. For an average woman of average height, average weight, a diet for somebody like that, Rosie's probably eating 3 to 4 times that daily. So if you took like the calories for a family of 4 with 2 kids, a mom and a dad, you know, old-fashioned nuclear family, yeah, you'd be, I mean, you'd need like a modern family with like 2 dads to get as many calories as Rosie's eating.
Bag that was like $8. I don't know how much it weighs, but the value size, the bigger one, 2 pounds of salmon for like just under $12 is a great deal. So
I do like a porterhouse as well. It's a good deal too.
then,
Oh, let me share that for the chat. I also like to give some personal, you know, some personal tips I think might help people. I share tips also. These aren't all mine. I get a lot of these, like Nutty shares them, people in the chat, things I've heard. But just tips on healthy eating and nutrition, because for anybody tuning in for the first time, I myself have been heavy in the past. I struggle with my weight. Right now I'm in a good place. I'm at a healthy weight. I've been working out some. I can still do better, but I'm happy where I am at the moment. And so I've incorporated a lot of shifts toward healthier eating in my life. So porterhouse steak, I think that's a great choice. Yes, it's a little bit fatty because of it could be just a little bit fatty, but it's not a bad choice. It's much leaner than say just like a straight up ribeye. So I think it's a good choice.
no, you know. If you know, you know.
Okay, these cheeses with the fruit on it. These are very. She moves it so fast, I can't get a good picture of it. I keep trying to pause it so I can get a good picture. Let's try one more. Oh, there we go. All right, goat cheese. So these kind of goat cheeses, goat cheese by itself is not so bad. But the problem is Rosie eats like an entire one of these in a sitting. She will take like half of that, put that on her plate, and just spread and smear and just slather away the goat cheese.
You know, these shits are some of my favorite things.
These shits, I love. Doesn't it sound appetizing? These little shits are so good.
I don't really eat, like my entire life, I've never really eaten cold cheese, except for these. I did see that Aldi has, like, in the same brand, an everything flavored goat cheese that I kind of want to try, but I'm a little scared to, like, pay for it if I don't end up not liking it, because that flavor.
You got some very well-fed dogs. You have some very well-fed dogs.
Is like over $5, and this is like $3. Like
you might be right, Jarella.
So it's like $2 extra, and I've just never really had goat cheese in a savory context, so I just don't know if I'm gonna like it or not. So I've just been a little like unsure on like actually just like pulling the trigger and trying it. But you guys know this with these from Aldi, fantastic. Like,
okay, this kind of stuff right here. This right here. This kind of cheese with crackers. As much as I love cheese with crackers, because I do love cheese with crackers, I think it's delicious. This I'm going to call out as a good example of a trap. This is what I call a trap food. A food that might seem like healthy on the surface, but is really, could be very fattening. This is all about crackers with cheese is very caloric. It can be healthy. There's protein. So there's some nutritional value to it in that sense. It's very tasty. It's very rich. There's a lot of, there's things to like about it, but it's so rich in calories that it's not a good dietetic choice. It's probably not even the best choice for somebody trying to maintain their weight. Somebody trying to lose, or let me rephrase that, somebody who needs to lose weight like Rosie, terrible choice. This is a trap food.
These from Aldi, fantastic. Like, if I'm like hungry, but
right,
I don't really feel like cooking or like thinking about food. I tend to just eat 2 servings of this at a time, so I cut it into like thirds essentially.
some of these girls are kind of oblivious the way they say stuff like Foodie says she doesn't really eat sweets, right? Like to Foodie, or no, Glitter, or was that Glitter who said she doesn't eat sweets? I think both of them said that. I think both Glitter and Foodie said they don't like sweets. Like, these women live in delusion. They really do. Oh, I don't really like sweets. I just eat, boxes of candy every month. Yeah, Rosee is another one who just can't accept her own
From
gluttony.
the log, because each log has 6 servings.
6 servings. Rosee, you eat that in one day.
And then, of
2 days.
course, you pair it with some salami. That's the best way to have it.
Salami is like the greasiest meat
In my
also.
opinion.
Like, that is such a poor choice. That is such a poor choice. I called this a trap food earlier. It's not even a trap. Once you add the salami, it stops being a trap. Because once you add the salami, there's no question if it's unhealthy. You know that once you add salami, that food's fattening. Is there anything with salami in it that's healthy? And let me rephrase that. By healthy, I mean low in calories. Is there anything dietetic? Let me say it like that. Is there anything with salami that's dietetic? I don't think so.
So I just got a little bit of, I can't say Genoa salami. I probably butchered the motherfuck out of that. I'm so sorry. I don't know. But I just pick a salami that seems like a good price and seems like a good quality. Because not all salamis are the same, but for the most part, they're not too dramatically different. You think I said it right? Oh, cool.
I would call it more, she does call it snacking, but I think a better word for it would be grazing. Because it's just eating without stop. Snacking has a beginning and an end, right? Like, if you have a snack, you stop after you're done snacking. If you're grazing, there's no stopping. You just go and go and go.
So I did pick the meatballs. This is frozen. Except now it feels pretty thawed. I don't know. No, it's not thawed. The edges are a little, so I'm gonna throw some. I thought so. Anyway, this I got the meatball version of this.
Sausage, ground sausage. That is just, I mean, at least they have a picture of what you could expect to look like after you're done eating it. And I feel almost hypocritical because I like sausage. I like a lot of these foods. I don't want to demonize food. That's one thing I don't want to do. I don't want to demonize food because that's not healthy either. That's not healthy. I want people to be healthier. I do a lot of joking and sarcasm, but seriously, I like people to be healthier, even Rosee. And I don't want to demonize food because that puts people in the wrong mindset where they think, well, everything's bad, so it doesn't matter what I eat. Everything I eat, if I'm not eating perfect, then it doesn't matter. No, small changes are good. So I don't want to, again, it's okay to have things like sausage once in a while, but Rosee is just packing this stuff in. She's bulking. She's doing a bulking diet. That's what I'd call this.
Because it was like a 30-cent difference, but they were out, so she got this as a replacement. And with what ended up happening with the cottage cheese situation, that's going to be a blessing in disguise because...
Yeah, exactly. You can have sausage. It's not automatically bad. There's no food that's automatically bad, right?
So...
Like, I don't think there's any food that's natural. I don't think there's any natural food that's just automatically bad that you should never eat. Maybe there is. I can't think of one offhand. But almost anything natural, you can make an argument that sometimes it's good to eat. Some processed stuff like I don't know, let me think. Like Little Debbie snack cakes, that kind of thing. That's never healthy. There's never a good time to eat that. But natural food, you can make an argument for almost any of it. So I don't like to demonize foods in general.
Looks like she got skim ricotta. So I want to try making a lasagna soup.
Lasagna soup?
And that kind of meat.
Well, that's fair too. That's
all the
fair
different
too.
Tomato sauce from Sam's still.
Well, grazing could be that, but we think about a cow. How does a cow graze? A cow just eats nonstop. I mean, so I guess grazing could mean more than one thing. But that's a fair definition.
And we've got lots of lasagna noodles. And I'm just not particularly interested in like making a lasagna. I've always wanted to make a lasagna soup.
Yeah, that stuff's really not good. Even if it's tasty.
When she said this as the replacement, I was like, you know what? Sure. So that's why I had my brother pick this up because this is meant for a completely different context. So, and I'm really excited. I haven't had cottage cheese in a long time. Like, At least it feels like a long time. And with the sweet potatoes stuff, I'm just like, I have a hankering for cottage cheese and mustard on a sweet potato.
Cottage cheese and mustard on a sweet potato. What's crazy is that's actually really healthy. Like cottage cheese and mustard on a sweet potato. Like if that's all Rosee ate, she'd be ripped. Like that's like a bodybuilder type diet. That's like super healthy stuff. Cottage cheese and sweet potatoes and all that. So I always kind of get a little bit confused when I hear somebody like Rosee craving something that's healthy. It's like if you crave healthy food, why not just stick with that? Right? Like if I sympathize, I should say sympathize, but I understand better people who like really just have very picky eaters. Like some people, they just don't really like anything. And all they like is junk food. It's like, that's not good, but I can kind of understand how somebody like that gets very overweight because they just don't really like much healthy food and they have to train themselves to eat better. But Rosee likes some healthy food. Why doesn't she stick with it?
You know, truly. All right. And then I did get another thing of whipping cream.
Not the cream! Stop it!
Because I thought it would be a fun live if I took...
It'd be a fun live if you just drank the entire thing and had a heart attack on cam. That would be such a fun live. If she just sat there with a shot glass and just did shots of cream and counted how many shots until her heart gave out. Wouldn't that be such a fun live? Wouldn't you people all just really love to watch Rosee just... Rosee, if that's a fun live for people who are sick in the head.
Like a good chunk of this and put it in a mason jar and tried to like make I might have to figure out another motion, but I want to try like hand making some butter
and then just eating the butter with her hands. That's what she's gonna do. She's gonna make the butter and then just eat it with her hands. That's gonna be Rosee's next trick.
And then maybe saving the buttermilk for something, and then hankering for cottage cheese.
Saving the buttermilk to inject it intravenously so she can get even more calories.
And mustard is in the DSM-5, bitch.
This guy, you know, she's laughing at the joke, but I really feel like she could just be laughing from the insanity of her own diet. Like I think she's just laughing at the thought of what she's gonna eat. She's like, I'm gonna eat all this food. I'm gonna do it. Like just the sheer insanity of what she eats is making her crack up.
Clocked. Anyway, moving on. So, y'all remember those turkey hot dogs that I did not order last time? Well, my brother really liked them, and one time
it wasn't that funny. It really wasn't.
And
Rosie's reaction made me laugh, but it wasn't funny. But when seeing Rosee like act like that was funny to me at least.
They smelled really good, so I asked him to let me try a bite, and I really liked them. So I was like, I asked him if I could have like I think there was like 2 left, from the pack, and he was like, sure, like yeah, it's fine. I mean, he wasn't.
Hold on, so the guy at the store just gave her sausages to eat. Is that what she's saying? Like there were only 2 left in the pack. She's like, hey, just give me those to eat. She ate them before she even left the store.
Even one that bottom, right? So I ate them, and then I didn't have stomach issues after. So I got these, and then I also got these to try because
Agreed,
these are
Canada.
like $1, and if they're good,
Rosee thinks that she's playing her chat like a violin, and maybe some of them she is. I think some of those people in her chat are pretty vulnerable. They can be easily tricked and manipulated. But yeah, I agree with you. I think that she is. She thinks, well, some of her chat is kind of dumb, to be fair, but she thinks we're all stupid. You know, we're not all that dumb, Rosee.
if my brother likes them, they're only $1. And again, I'm planning to try to grill out soon, so grilling some hot dogs in the mix, you know. This is like 2 something. This
Not a
was
fan
like
of the turkey dogs.
$1.09, I think. So it's they're the same brand, Parkview. This is just a classic hot dog. This is the Turkey Franks. That's the brand I used to eat straight out of the fridge. Oh! You used to eat hot...
Didn't Foodie do that? Didn't Foodie love to eat the hot dogs straight out of the fridge? The cold hot dogs? That is just so nasty, eating cold hot dogs. Like, and yes, they're not raw. You can eat them. They're pre-cooked. But come on, like... Ugh. That's like eating cookie dough. And I don't mean like eating a bite. I mean like eating an entire thing.
I do some weird food shit, so I shouldn't judge. And then, okay.
This is addict behavior. Also, let me mention that too. I keep pausing it, but I just want to make that clear. This is a food addict. This woman is suffering. She may be laughing, and I may be laughing at her as well, but I'm only laughing out of hopelessness in that way, because I don't think that there's anything I could tell her to make her change. If I really believed that, let me make that clear for anybody watching for the first time. If I really believed that I could talk to Rosee and tell her sincerely, Rosee, I believe what you're doing is harmful. Please stop. And I would really sink in. I would do that. But it's pointless. She's not going to listen. So I'm going to make some jokes and have some fun. But yes, I think Rosee is in the depths of addiction here. She's just reveling in the senses of eating the food, the sense of the taste and the smell, and she's just reveling in that. She's so lost as to how destructive this is for herself.
Did get this as another treat. This is a holiday.
Another treat. Why do you need to keep treating yourself, Rosee? You're not a dog. I heard somebody say it the other day. You don't need a treat. You're not a dog. I think it was Dr. Now said that.
Treat. I got myself some spiced apple cider. This is the smallest size they had, because it was this or a full gallon. And with,
right?
Me being me, I was like, I wanted this for the holidays, and I let myself get it, and I shouldn't feel bad about it. That's really that on that. I try not to drink sugar, truly, but that's an exception. I haven't.
Raw hot dog food in back.
I love an apple cider.
At least she was only eating them.
And I used to go to Starbucks, I loved me their caramel apple cider. That was.
Rosee, one thing you don't love me, quote. You don't love yourself. Stop saying you love me. You don't love me. Rosee, if you loved yourself, you would stop eating this kind of junk. And if you don't love yourself, that's sad. It's sad that she doesn't love herself. I wish she did. I wish she would stop eating this crap. But if she's not going to stop eating this garbage, so I'm going to at least react to it and have some fun.
So good. And then got a couple blocks of cream cheese, because we're completely out. And I like having it available.
Cream cheese. Cream cheese is so, it's just, I want to say it's basically the same calories as butter. I think it's just a little bit less. I think butter's 100 calories for a tablespoon. Cream cheese is 80. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's something like that.
I got a pineapple. Of course, it's super hella green. Let's hope that I redeem myself this time. Because this was on.
Okay, let me ask you folks. I know we got some people in the chat who are decent chefs and food preppers and all that kind of thing. What do you folks think about pineapple? Do you think that it's good to get it cored and pre-peeled, or do you like to peel it yourself? I always buy it peeled because I think it's a big mess peeling a pineapple. I always get the juice all over the place. I really don't like peeling it myself, so I always buy the pre-peeled pineapple, and it's not expensive. It's basically the same price. They cut the outside off for you.
$3. So it's okay to treat yourself sometimes. Don't feel guilty. Thank you, Mama Bear. So guys, help me remember to keep my nose and eyes on this pineapple, because last time, remember, I waited too long. I want to try to, there's no fragrance coming from it. I probably won't need to check
Eliza,
it for
100%.
minimum 2 or 3 days.
Oh, thank you, Drella.
Turn
1580.
upside
Okay.
down for a screen grab.
Wasn't too far off.
Why? What do you mean? Oh, like swingers? Dirty.
Yes,
I just
Canada.
bought a
Thank
pineapple
you.
the other day.
Thank you for reminding us. I didn't even remember that. But of course, Rosie's diet. Let me look at her. How could she not be? But for her to know that and to realize that her body is breaking down from all this garbage and to still continue to consume it, very, very poor choice.
Called a Hawaiian Gold or something. It's if half the pineapple is green and no more, it's probably ripe enough. No, look at this. This is green as a Christmas tree. I'm telling you. I don't want to cut into this until I can smell the pineapple. That's one of my tricks. We don't swing that way. Exactly. Treating yourself is essential for healthy living and eating.
Treating yourself. Okay. I do. Okay. Now, I did just say a minute ago, you don't need a treat. You're not a dog. That's true. But at the same time, I do believe that it's good to have treat meals. But if every meal is a treat meal, then really none of them are, right? I think it's a good way to look at it. And I think this would be a good time. We're about halfway through the show. I'd like to take a moment to thank, let me do this again. I'd like to take a moment to thank all of the channel members. You are all very much appreciated. Thank you so much. Channel membership. Oh, and I'd also like to thank the Tier 2 channel member we have at this time, Canada Cool. Thank you so much for your Tier 2 membership. Very much appreciated. But I'd like to thank all of the channel members here. And if you are a channel member, it entitles you to see the monthly members-only streams. And there's also an archive of members-only streams. I have one from last month and the month before. They tend to cover slightly more intellectual topics, so a little bit less girl world stuff. One of them was about, weight loss studies, science research. And the other one was about online sextortion, online crime ring that was going on, where an entire town was basically turned into a sextortion crime syndicate. Pretty crazy when you hear about it. So I think those are some cool stories. If you are a member, you can definitely check those out. And if you get a membership, you're entitled to see all prior members streams. The member stream is done on the last Saturday of every month. So hopefully I'll see some of you folks there. Let us return back to the show.
Like the chips and the cider for me were like, I was like, I'm just gonna treat myself. I did talk myself out of getting a frozen pizza, so be proud of me. Especially now that I know I can make that kind of pizza, like with just my hands and slapping some shit together. Like I talked myself out of and saved like $7.
Okay. I don't like to do this, but I'm gonna get involved a little bit into the chat, folks. Let's dial it down. We got to respect all pizza choices. We are pizza tolerant here. We are pizza positive. Whatever type of pizza topping you like, we respect it. We don't judge. We support. We don't judge. We support people's pizza choice. Whatever pizza you want, that's okay by me. I don't have to like it to accept it.
I went ahead and got a plain Greek yogurt.
Rosee is like such a contradiction because she
I
has.
cook with this
This
stuff for different.
she said plain. Okay, it is plain. Rosee is such a contradiction. She gets all these foods that are really healthy, like really good, healthy choices, like unflavored Greek yogurt, fresh apples, steaks. I mean, she can get a leaner cut of steak, but still steak is better than most processed foods. But then she loads up on cream cheese and what was the other stuff she had earlier? Sausage and I can't remember it now. But if we go back, we'd see it. But just it's a shocking dichotomy. There's so many healthy choices and then so many terrible choices, and it just goes to show that healthy foods do not counteract unhealthy foods. You can't eat a broccoli to counteract a pizza. It doesn't work like that. I think that's what maybe Rosee's trying to do, or at least that's what she's telling herself.
Different things. I'll use it to make ranch. I'll use it if I do feel like making some kind of like protein smoothie or something, which I haven't done in a really long time and I probably should. What the hell?
Hate speech on the pizza.
I got 2 ricottas? Okay.
Yeah, she's in shock. Yeah, no hate here. No room for your hate slices of pizza.
I am confusion because once I realized it was too late. But I got this and I got a whipped cottage cheese. Oh my God, words are hard. A whipped cream cheese.
So she got 2 things of cream cheese. That's what's and just also the shocking quantity of food. This would be a lot of food for a family. Maybe I shouldn't say a lot, but this would be a good full grocery haul for a family. This could feed a family for, I don't want to say a week, but there's elements of this that could feed a family for a week. Maybe some of these, there's just a lot of food here. There's a lot of food here. It depends how you slice it, but there's a lot here. There's days and days and days of food here. And Rosee is just going to sit down and just eat this stuff nonstop.
Because we have red pepper jelly, and that's just a better cream cheese texture. Like, you
I
can
agree.
use the brick, like, it's fine, but it's just a better texture. Like, and like, I
Broken
can scoop
records.
a little, because I don't eat a lot at a time, so I can scoop a little bit out of that container and put some of the red pepper jelly on top and, like, call it a day. It's just easier that way. Oh, I wonder if that would be good with ricotta.
I think she does believe
That's
that.
dope. I have no idea.
I really do.
People, I mean, yeah, people do use ricotta in some types of dips, right? I don't know. I don't work with ricotta a lot.
And the reason why I really do think she believes that is because it feels like these healthy food choices are intentional. I feel like the Greek yogurt is not just because she likes yogurt. I've got a feeling she's read somewhere that Greek yogurt is healthy. So she in her mind believes, well, if Greek yogurt is healthy, it'll counteract all that unhealthy food. If I eat cottage cheese, that's healthy, that'll counteract the butter or the cream. I think she really believes that at some level.
I don't know. But I got confused because I thought they were talking about this ingredient when they said they couldn't find it and we're getting a replacement. So I was really confused because it said replace it with 2 bricks of cream cheese. Because it said, I think it said whipped, and my brain saw whipping, but it was whipped. And so I selected 2 blocks of cream cheese as the replacement. So I thought I was going to get 4 of these when I initially only ordered 2.
4 blocks of cream cheese for one person, one woman, is just so much cream cheese. Like, and this is not even going to last her what? Will this even last her a week?
But now I have 2 ricottas. So I don't know. And then all that's left is the second of the strawberry lemonade, which these are, these drinks from Aldi are the 0 sugar ones from them. It's similar to like the Clear American brand at Walmart, but Clear American is better. It's absolutely better. So
I agree.
The story is I have way too many apples. Way too many apples. I don't like Gala apples. They are not my fave. So, but they'll be good to cook with. So, like, as an ingredient, that'll work.
I want to see her put this away and see if she gets out of breath.
I will look into how apple butter is made and decide if that's what I'm going to do for the holidays, or I might just make, like, I just like making cooked cinnamon apples. Like, I believe it's delicious. Ooh, I could make an apple pie. Apples are good with peanut butter, yum.
Oh, and Rosie got a rollator the other day. We could probably watch some of that too, depending on the time. But Rosie got a rollator. For anybody not familiar, a rollator, and I learned this from, again, an elderly family member who uses one. It is like a walker, but it has wheels on it. And it's like a 4-wheeled walker. Like you use that thing and you kind of balances you on it. I mean, all respect to anybody who has issues with mobility. No disrespect to anybody with mobility issues. But Rosie is too young and too able-bodied to need a rollator. She doesn't have anything physically that should stop her from being mobile except her weight. And there's no good reason for that weight to be so extreme.
Okay, I gotta put this shit away. All right, we're gonna throw one of these in the freezer immediately off the bat.
I think she does.
Fridge.
Great
Fridge.
point, Elizu. I also wanted to mention another thing, because inflammation affects everybody differently. Some people get a lot of inflammation, some people don't get so much. But one thing I think that affects everybody pretty evenly is when you drink those those artificial sweeteners, they numb your taste buds, and then you can't taste any real sugar. So if you do eat something sweet later, it's going to not taste sweet enough, and you're going to add more sugar later. So what it does is it causes you to eat more sugar because it dulls your taste buds. So yes, it can cause inflammation directly, but also it will have a secondary effect of it will dull your taste buds out. And if your taste buds are dulled out to sweet, then you're going to end up eating more sugar, more sweetener, or even more artificial sweetener just to get that sensation of sweetness.
I'll be back.
Yeah, definitely. Don't want to drink your sugars. Very, very unhealthy way to do it. Nirvana with the smart call there. So we're going to watch her put these away because I want to see how long this takes her. This is not sped up. So notice Rosee does not even stand for even one moment.
Motherfucker, stay where you're supposed to be. Thank you.
Look at how she's making this entire, she's stacking all of these things and they're going to tip over, it looks like, but she doesn't want to have to roll her body across the floor more than once. I mean, you can see she's trying to do this in a way where she doesn't have to stand up. That's why this is so awkward for her.
I'm so hyped for the goat cheese, I'm not gonna lie. Excuse you, stay where you're supposed to. Cottage cheese, I need to throw it away. Well past expired, that's why I got more.
What'd you say?
It's cheese, I need to throw it away. It's shoved way back in here. Let me grab that and throw it away. Because I know that's well past expired, that's why I got more.
That's already a sign that, I mean, yes, it's possible to forget about something in the fridge, but it's not a good sign if you're buying something and you're throwing away the same food that already expired. Like, you should be, it's not a good thing to buy food and replace it and then throw it away. I'm not being clear, but I hope you get my point.
I'm not even going to open it. I don't want to see that.
What I'm trying to say is if you didn't finish the first one, it's not always a good idea to buy a second.
Try. Right.
So do you folks think she'll stand even once during this grocery haul? Do you think she's going to remain seated the entire time?
My mom bought it when she was here last, and she didn't buy it right before she left either. That shit's long expired. That's why I haven't had it in a long time.
I mean, she's really using that chair like a mobility aid. I mean, it's shocking to see that this girl is so big that she can't even stand up to go to the kitchen even her food addiction is impacted. She can't even adequately, I'm trying to think of what word for it. She can't even adequately
Can y'all hear
store
me?
the food.
I got a call.
Because she can't even stand up.
Oh, this can go in the fridge too. Right.
She's not going to stand once,
Cool.
is she?
Sounds good. Thank you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in the fridge. Whenever I open it, I want it cold, but
She does Canada cool.
if I want it hot,
I hate
can
throwing
just
away
heat
food.
it up.
That's one of my pet peeves. I don't know why it bugs me so much, but it really bugs me to throw away food. Like I'm more upset about throwing away, 50 cents worth of food than I am, wasting $5 on something else. Does that make sense? Like I don't like, $2, whatever, $3, whatever, I mean, yes, every dollar, matters, every penny matters. But it's a lot easier for me to accept losing some money than it is for me to accept throwing away like even $1 worth of food. Can't stand doing it.
Chill and shake well before serving. Oh, okay. All right. 2 bags of Gala apples. I got 1 bag of mandarin oranges.
Right? I hate that. Like people who buy in bulk and they say, oh, I'm buying in bulk to save money, but then they throw half of it away. It's like, what's the point of buying it for half price if you throw half of it away? Like, you're not really saving anything. You're just wasting food. Oh my God, she actually stood up. I lost the bet. I hope I didn't bet too much. I got to eat my words now. That's still pretty impressive how long she made it. She made it 40 minutes in without standing. That's pretty impressive.
Over here. That right there. I need to kind of go through my fridge. I'm normally a lot better about being on top of cleaning out my fridge.
I'm surprised she allows her. I'm surprised that anything can even go bad. Like she lets it stay there long enough to rot. That's what surprises me.
It's going awry. But I've got some milk that I need to use for something soon. Yeah, I've got about half a half gallon left.
Oh, and also let me mention before I forget. I don't know if she's done another one recently, but Skinny Queen Reacts. She was back doing a like a fall haul. Like she bought some seasonal stuff. That's not really what I'm into so much. I'm into more of the girl world topics. But she is Sarah Jane, Skinny Queen Reacts. If anybody wants to if any of my mods want to put a link to her channel in the chat, Sarah Jane's Journey. That's her current channel. She's not doing girl world content, but if you just want to say hi to Skinny Queen, see how she's doing, go check her out. Hopefully she'll be doing some more content again. So yeah, Sarah Jane's Journey is the channel. If one of my mods wants to go and throw up the link, that'd be awesome. I know a lot of you folks wanted to ask how she's doing, but yeah, you can go get a look at her yourself.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm like not really looking at chat right now. Give me a minute. Okay, I'm gonna move this lemon pepper up here. I hope this lemon pepper is good because I'm not very familiar with it. And I did buy a cheap version.
See, now when I see Rosee standing, this is what disturbs me. She can still stand, but she chooses not to. She's just throwing away her mobility. Mobility is something that it's very difficult to get back. It's very easy to lose, very difficult to get back. At Rosee's size, if she loses the ability to stand under her own power, it's not coming back. And she is just allowing it to slip away from her.
Motherfucker. All right.
Yuck.
All right. Ow. Fuck.
That's not
Okay.
smart.
Let me throw these strawberry lemonades in the fridge because I can
Exactly.
drink these whenever.
Exactly. It's
As
like
is.
it's like somebody who buys 5 pounds of oranges and eats like 2 of them, and okay, maybe the oranges were cheap, but if you threw away 4 pounds of oranges, you're not saving anything.
All right. I got some Classico sauce. So I think I'm gonna hold off on the.
Thank you,
What do
Jamie.
you call it? The lasagna soup. I got other fresher foods that need to get eaten.
Yep, Skinny Queen. She's back as Sarah Jane's Journey, the channel link that was just put in the chat. It's non-girl world content, so if that's appeals to you, definitely check her out. And just giving my own personal opinion, I'm happy for Sarah Jane. I think the girl world content, I think it's fun. But if she wasn't enjoying it, I'm glad that she took a break, right? Like nobody should make content if they're not enjoying it.
Later.
And if she does decide to go back to girl world content, well, I'll support her on that too. But I just think it's, don't do what you enjoy, right? I think that's important. And people can sense it. They can sense when you enjoy what you do. Big Back Rosee.
That chicken broth did not smell spoiled, but it's been in my fridge for a long time.
Yucko.
So that's fine.
And we're going to be introducing somebody new for the end today. I got a new person today.
Alright. Let me get some water. Because I have not been on top of my hydration game. So, shame on me.
Okay, so
Apple
Rosie has basically put
Blondies?
away her groceries. This is a shocking image. Like to look at how her face is sunken into her body with no neck here. Look at how her body is so much like her head is like down below her like her back is so much above her head. This is just a shocking. Like look at how her this is like an inhuman posture. How does she achieve this shape? Like look at this. She looks like a hunchback or something, doesn't she? She absolutely looks like a hunchback in this picture.
Apple cake? Ooh. Apple blondies. I've never even heard of that concept.
All right, so we got Big Back Rosie in all her glory, but I've got a new person for you here. And I think you're going to like this person. Really interesting character. Zio Mara. Have any of you heard of Zio Mara before? Well, here's Zio Mara. Let's check her out. I don't have too much background on Zio Mara. Zio Mara here is a food blogger and a super hyper obese individual. They do a lot of mukbangs. Yeah.
Welcome in. Have you been a good girl? Have you been eating your vegetables? Have you been getting that
She's a little bit quiet, unfortunately.
vitamin D? Okay. We have to fill out.
Let me see if I can increase the volume on this channel a little bit. Hold on a second here. No, the volume's already maxed out.
This form. But they only have it in Spanish. So vamos a leerlo en español. Yes, I got poked.
Okay, so now you got a good look at their whole body here. Let me put you back on the, let me show you one they can actually hear this person a little bit, because you can't really hear them in this one. Let me get one where you can hear her. Hold on. So she went to rehab, a food rehab. Let's show you the rehab.
Hello, my little dreamers. Welcome to my new series called Life at Rehab. So I made a poll and literally 1,000 of you said that you wanted me to do daily vlogs. So here I am. I closed the door because it kept ringing.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're familiar with this person? Okay, Canada Cool. You're familiar with Zio. This person's new to me. This is a video from, like, I want to say this is over a month ago. This video, I'm just trying to get caught up on who they are. I've watched a few of these, but I'm still kind of learning about Zio. So if you know something, I'm all ears.
Hi. Okay, hi. Officially good morning. Today's June 1st, and it's the first day that I'm vlogging, and I'm trying to do this a daily vlog and be consecutive. Is that how you say it about it? So this is a typical day for me here. I'm in rehab. I was in the hospital in Vegas for 4 months, so this is my life right now. So I'm gonna show you guys what I got for breakfast, but
So this is a rehab. I'm assuming this is a diet rehab, like a food rehab. And not to spoil too much, but apparently Zio here is getting food delivered to the rehab regularly.
this is like every day because they give breakfast here so early that I'm asleep. So my options are to reheat it or just skip breakfast. Because by the time I wake up, it's almost lunchtime. So I'll show you guys.
Why are you sleeping so late in a hospital? Like, why? I mean, I guess, well, to be fair, in a hospital, they never let you sleep. They always wake you up in the middle of the night. So I don't know.
So this.
All right, this breakfast here. If this is the breakfast they serve at the diet rehab, this is a diet breakfast. Holy crap! That looks very filling. I mean, this looks like a very filling, and like this is a good breakfast for somebody who's going to go out and work.
This breakfast.
Very
Looks
nutritious.
like eggs, toast, sausage, and hash brown. And then I always ask for Cheerios.
Okay. I guess somebody as big as Zio here can lose weight even eating that. So I guess that's
So I
worth
just
pointing
had a
out.
bed bath. I have not eaten anything today. It's about to be 1 p.m.
Oh, that's a good point.
I didn't eat breakfast, and
Welcome in, Jizzo.
Lunch is about to come. I'm gonna take a look at it, and if I don't eat it, I think I'm gonna order.
Okay, so here's from Canada Cool here with a little bit of a summary of what's going on. So Zio apparently lost her mobility. Believe she was on a breathing machine at one point, but it did not scare her enough because she is still mukbanging in the hospital. And for anybody else familiar with Zio, I am relatively new. I previewed a few of her videos, but I'm still kind of new to the whole, to the character as a whole.
Which I shouldn't, but I've been craving chilaquiles. And then I got a dry shampoo that I'm gonna try. I'm not a fan of dry shampoo, but being in the situation that I am, I'm gonna have to try it. Also, if you don't know, I used to have very long and curly hair, but I had to cut it off very short because it got matted in the hospital. It got matted in the hospital, and I was not able to detangle it, so I had to cut my hair.
So in the hospital, so was Zio in a, like at a medical scare? Is that why, how she ended up in this rehab?
But yeah. Okay, so I just had my first cry of the day. It's 1:20.
Yummy.
It's because I'm starving and I haven't ate anything. And I do this every day. Like, this is why I have issues with food. Don't skip meals.
Okay, so Zio here is saying that because she skips breakfast, she's starving when lunchtime comes around. If you're in a food rehab, I mean, skipping a meal is probably not such a bad thing to begin with. And yes, Elise here with a great point. If you were in a drug rehab and you had drugs, they'd kick you out. Absolutely. If you were in a rehab for alcohol, let's use alcohol because alcohol is legal. You could say, well, drugs are illegal. If you were in a rehab for alcohol and somebody brought in beer or whiskey or something, they'd throw you out. They'd say, you can't have that here. Why is it you're allowed to bring, yeah, exactly, same with alcohol. Why are you allowed to bring all this food into a food rehab? Right, it looks pretty good. Okay, like a physical rehab. She actually succeeded, right? Okay, whoops, wrong video. Okay.
Anyways, I'm just gonna order food. It's Sunday.
She's gonna order
It's
food.
thundering right now in Phoenix, so yeah.
So she's getting food delivered to the rehab. And Drella makes a good point. This might not be specifically a diet rehab. She's going through withdrawals. Good point. Good point. She can't make it. And I'm not seeing any compliance. Canada cool. I missed that. Is that what she said, Sabin? I missed that. Is that what she said? First cry of the day. She sounds like Glitter and Lasers with her multiple cries.
I'm so frustrated because I can't move my hand or my arm, and my arm is like bent in a certain position, and I need it to go the other way. It's so frustrating.
Hold on. She can't move her arm? Like, did she have is that like a medical reason? Or is she just like too lazy? Like what's, like, I'm not fully comprehending what's going on here.
I don't know if you can see, but it's bent. I need it to be turned. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call the nurse.
What? Okay, so I must have missed. So there must be some medical problem as well because Zio is not able to move her hand? That's pretty serious.
So this is the lunch.
Okay, the lunch looks kind of nasty, to be fair.
It's carrots, a dinner roll, and beefy hash brown casserole.
I've got a feeling this probably tastes better than it looks because it couldn't look much worse.
Which I've never had, and then I get Gatorade Zero and some peaches, but I think I'm gonna order.
But I think I'm gonna order. They're giving you these meals that are, I would not even call these low calorie. I'd say these are like regular meals.
Beefy casserole thing.
Oh, okay. Then I don't want to make fun of her for that. I don't want to make fun of her if she truly only has. All right, so I'm not going to make fun of that. I'm not going to make fun of somebody being disabled like that. But we'll make fun of the food stuff.
It's just ground beef with hash brown.
But I will say that's a little bit that's. I mean, I don't know how common that is, but usually if somebody loses mobility, a lot of times they lose feeling as well. So that's an interesting situation she's got where she can't move her hand, but she can still feel the pain. That's pretty terrible to be in a situation where you lost the mobility but still have the feeling. Usually you lose both, or at least hopefully you'll lose both, I guess.
That's interesting. Ah! I feel so bad for not eating this food for many reasons. Because there are people in the world right now that are really being starved. And I feel guilty, but I'm a person that
Maybe,
grew
I
up with
guess.
food insecurity. So I've worked really hard and I'm struggle every day to not be that fat person that like feels like they need to eat everything off their plate. You know, I shouldn't just because we're
Well,
not
I'll say right now, if Zio was serious, if this is such a like a tough situation like mentally, because what should she do? Should she just say refuse the meals if she's going to order? That's really what she should do. Because accepting the food, knowing you're just going to throw it away, is kind of a crappy thing to do.
just because, but there are other circumstances for other people. But I shouldn't have to jeopardize. I shouldn't do that to myself.
I shouldn't have to jeopardize. So is she about to say I shouldn't have to jeopardize my health eating food I don't like, and then at the last second corrected it? I shouldn't have to jeopardize my health by what?
Shouldn't have to jeopardize. I shouldn't do that to myself. Without saying it in a rude way, I shouldn't have. I don't need to feel like I need to eat this no matter what. Do you know what I mean?
But the thing is, you're throwing it away. And here's the okay, Zio, here's the part you're missing out on. If you said, I need to stop eating, I can't eat that because I need to lose weight, that would be fine. But you're throwing away that food and then buying more food just to eat.
I don't know. Sometimes I just can't do the meals. Okay, so I got Starbucks, I got a drink, and I got chilaquiles that I ordered. I'm watching the day. The day
Oh,
after
Canada Cool. Thank you
tomorrow.
so much. Thank you so much, Canada Cool. $20 super chat from Canada Cool. Very much appreciated. Doc, I'm just saying something's happened to her arm, but I don't know what. Most all her problems are self-inflicted. I also can't remember what exactly put her in the hospital in the first place. Thank you, Canada Cool. First of all, thank you so much for the $19.99, $20 super chat. Very much appreciated. And okay, so we don't know exactly what happened to her arm then. I guess I just want to I want to err on the safe side. You know, I don't want people to say that I'm picking on somebody who's, you know, but I'm going to be careful. I'm going to look into it more, Canada Cool. But I'm sure you're right though. I mean, I've got a feeling that whatever's wrong with Zio's hand, probably Zio's fault.
Ay. This is my green chilaquiles. They're looking kind of scary though. So right now it's
I mean, that's fair.
5 p.m. And
But here's my question, Elizu. But then were you ordering like a bunch of other food to be delivered? Like it's like if you have to, if you really don't like the food, that's fine. But I just find it so shocking that somebody like Zio, who's in here for food addiction, who's trying to eat less, who could be eating this, you know, why is Zio even here if she's not going to eat the food? I guess that's what I'm saying. If you're in the hospital for some other reason, that's different. But if you're in the hospital for food issues and you're not going to eat the food, it doesn't even make sense. Like, why are you even there?
I did have breakfast and lunch.
I hope I'm being clear.
Like, you know, I skipped breakfast, had the chilaquiles for lunch, and my coffee.
Right? It's
And
not.
right now,
It's nothing
I didn't
special,
have a
nothing
breakfast
terrible.
today. Right now, I'm gonna try for the first time.
Yes.
this dry
Oh my God.
shampoo.
Thank you so much, Mr. Durella. That's such a great point. She does not have to get these meals. She could, first of all, she could request IV nutrition. I didn't even think of that. But she could also just say, you know what? I really don't like the food. I'm going to get my own food. I've got my own supply of whatever. If she's going to order food delivered, and I mean, that's just so shocking to be in a food rehab and ordering food delivered. But yeah, just this whole thing is just
It's
shameful.
Kroger brand with the scent of sheer. All right, so I guess you shake.
Ugh, that's how it is, though, right?
Ooh, I don't like the smell.
A lot of times when you have good food, you don't
Oh,
even
no.
have any appetite because you're feeling so ill.
Smells good.
And for Zio, for this woman to have lost use of her arm, I mean, if that's from obesity, which it very well may be, that is scary. She lost use. Okay, let's without knowing the full details, I'm going to presume, and I should never presume because when you presume, you make a pre out of you. When you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. I'm not sure exactly, like we don't know the full story here, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that the lack of mobility in the arm is probably related to the extreme obesity. And if that's not a wake-up call, then there is no wake-up call. Then there's going to be a funeral bell. That's going to be the wake-up call.
I don't want to put too much. I think that's enough. And then you let it
Oh,
absorb,
and thank you for renewing your membership, Canada Cool.
Through it through with your fingers. And then I'm going to...
I heard she's really young, only 28. Wow. That is a old-looking 28. Thank you again for the membership. And that is a very old-looking 28. That is a... Wow. That is a shocking 28. Exactly, Drella. She's got enough food on her body to support her for a year. She could stop eating for a year and survive.
So, yes. Oh, I also got, of course, cucumber and green tea Dove deodorant.
Cucumber and green tea. I'm surprised she's not going to try to eat it.
I got some Febreze. I got some mouthwash. I got hooked up. I got all my little stuff that I needed. So I'll come back when I'm pushing it through.
I think it's good that for the sake of the staff, I think it's awesome that she got all those deodorizers.
And after this, there's dinner around 5:30ish, and then we'll see what other snacks I have later. Cause I did do a grocery order, so I got my little snacks. Cause I do
did a grocery order and got all my little snacks. This person is in rehab. Now, is this diet rehab? I'm not 100% sure. I'm starting to now. At first, I thought it was diet rehab. Now that I see that her arm is not working, this might not be a diet rehab. But considering that whatever problem she has with her arm is almost guaranteed to be related to her obesity, it would be incredibly irresponsible for her not to do something about her weight given this opportunity. To order snacks to be delivered to the hospital is so... I mean, that's like Elizu said, that's like an alcoholic having alcohol in a hospital, in a rehab.
Hungry.
It's
like
just crazy.
After 6, obviously. So I did put my fingertips through it, and now I'm going to just brush it or comb it. Ooh, it looks a little... Let me take this off. Wow, a lot of hair came out. Dude, I'm shedding crazy.
I don't think it's a coincidence that Zio's losing hair and has this massive obesity. It's very common for people with hormonal issues to have issues, to lose hair, to have other physical issues with their appearance. When you're that overweight, it very often will lead to hormonal issues. I would not be surprised if Zio has problems with her glands.
Disgusting. I already had my second cry of the day.
So, oh my God, you were right. Sabin Nation, when you said earlier, first cry of the day, yes, you said, she just said second cry. You were right about the first cry of the day. Second cry of the day? Huh?
Now I'm listening to music to relax. But that music makes me cry too.
This person has a very draining life.
Dinner's here and it's fish tacos. And I don't eat fish or any seafood. Except for imitation crab and tuna.
Except for imitation crab. Well, that's barely seafood.
But I got a turkey sandwich, so now it's like making me want to order. I'm really struggling with food, like honestly, no cap.
That makes sense. That does. Because
literally,
because if this was for a diet, I don't think they would allow this. I think even a diet, they would say something at some point, right? But even if it's just for her mobility, everything she eats is working against her mobility, right? Like every pound she gains is one more pound her body has to move. That's something a lot of people just don't want to accept, that mobility is absolutely tied to weight. The more you weigh, the more your muscles need to work to move your body. And some people, they have a lot more muscle mass, they can carry more body weight. But a good point. She won't hear that. I think she is. She does seem to be getting a kick out of this, doesn't she? Like she's in vacation. Just getting snacks, having fun on this trip.
Churros.
It's like she has people to take care of her.
I'm struggling. How about my fourth cry of the day?
This person is pathetic. This is pathetic. Fourth cry of the day. Your fourth cry for your own self-pity. This is a pity fiesta. She is throwing an absolute pity fiesta for herself. Not a pity party. This is like a pity. This is bigger than a party. This is like a convention.
I'm telling you, this is no joke. I don't wish this upon anyone.
But you don't wish this upon anybody, but you're doing this to yourself. You're actively wishing this upon yourself. When you order food to be delivered, you're actively sabotaging your health, Zio. Do you not?
Waiting for Sister Wives Tell All Part 2 to come on the TV because I can't stop crying. It's just when you're in here, your life stops, and it's so hard not to think about that. And I'm almost at 10 minutes. There's no way I'm going to post 10-minute daily vlogs every day.
At least I'm seeing some real tears.
Who's watching this? Love you. It is now 10:15 p.m. I did not watch Sister Wives because I was too depressed. After dinner, I had some jerky, and now I'm going to have a popsicle before bed. And I was going to stay up, but I'm not. I've never tried Johnny Pops, and this is the rainbow version. These, I believe they only have like 10 grams of sugar or 14, I can't remember. No,
Well, I mean, that really makes a huge difference.
it was like 10 or 11, that's why I got them. So yeah, I will edit this. This was June 1st, 2025.
See, you were right, Canada Cool. This is more than a few months old now.
And these, I guess, will be my daily vlogs. Tomorrow it's Monday, so during the week I have physical therapy 5 times a week. So that should be a little bit more entertaining.
She gets physical therapy 5 times a week. So they clearly are trying to get her mobile. So, okay, so now they've had a chance to think this over. I think I think Canada Cool was right about that. This is a mobility rehab. Yeah, Elizu, I think you're right. This is not a diet rehab. I think it's more for her mobility. So if she's getting 5 days a week to help her with her mobility, she's then taking 7 days a week to sabotage it with this eating. This is shocking. Yeah, I don't like being in a hospital either. This is pitiful, exactly. 5 times a week? Well, I mean, it probably takes like 2 hours just to get her in and out of the bed.
Love ya.
Shocking. Okay, I got another video from this person here. Let me put that on. We got a couple more because I think you folks are enjoying this. I'm enjoying this. So she's got like multiple of these rehab days. Let me pull up one of the other rehab videos where she has somebody visit her in the rehab. One second here. Okay, let's just get a look at. I don't know which one is which. Let's just throw one of these on at random.
Mis pequeños soñadores. It's 10:35. I'm about to have breakfast. It looks like a
I mean, these breakfasts look quite tasty, don't they?
breakfast here with potatoes. All right. I think it's time to shave
Zio's got a serious beard going here.
this.
Jesus.
People don't stop, and I will take it off because of you.
All the hair that's coming off her head, I think it's migrating down to her chin. This person, do you sense any urgency whatsoever in this person? I get the impression they would be content to just live at this hospital.
So I just got done with therapy. My lunch has been sitting here for an hour.
That looks good. I gotta tell you, that grilled corn looks kind of good.
Barbecue chicken with corn and pasta, and I think chicken noodle soup and a dinner bowl. This is the stuff that my mom had left, but I think it's going bad. I might eat a mango. It is now 5:45 p.m. At 3 p.m.
Canada Cool, thank you so much. $9.99 super chat from Canada Cool. Thank you so much. Doc, I did a little quick look and found the arm numbness is because she was laying in bed so long on a breathing machine. Wow. So in other words, I mean, without being too indelicate, basically from being too fat. Basically from being too fat. Thank you again for the $9.99 super chat, Canada Cool. Very much appreciated. So Zio basically fatted herself into disability. Basically laid on her arm for so long that it went numb semi-permanently. That is shocking. That is absolutely shocking. And now she's in rehab from laying on her arm? I believe you. I'm just saying it's just shocking. Like this is crazy.
Live on YouTube, and I watched that. I caught one of his lives for the first time. The chat was pretty okay. It was not that bad. I did take a lot of feedback though. I don't know how I feel about it, but dinner's here, and it's a freaking Reuben sandwich, and I don't like those. Now I feel like I have to filter everything that I say. We've talked about
One thing I will say, I like how sassy Zio is. I think Zio is very sassy, and I like that.
this so many times. When I was in Seattle, I did some tests for PCOS, and the last step was to get a pap smear and to check my ovaries. An ultrasound, a transvaginal ultrasound.
I mean, that makes sense, because that's some serious facial hair she's got going.
But
It's
now
got to be
going
something.
through this experience and letting everyone see.
I mean,
every single part.
there's got to be something hormonal going on. That's not normal.
I will be doing it when I get out of here. And yeah, like, it's crazy because I would never ever show my facial hair on social media, and I just don't even care anymore. I will trim it though.
I guess she was she had some kind of breathing problems. Canada mentioned that she had some kind of breathing problems, and I guess she fell asleep on one side, or maybe she passed out. But I guess she was like, just the way she was laying in bed, just fell asleep on or passed out or something.
Here it is.
Whatever it is, that's horrid.
These fries do not look cooked. And some sugar-free pudding.
Thank God. I would not wish that on anybody.
It's 9:35 p.m. I just woke up from a nap. I slept from like probably 3 hours. I did want to I was thinking about it, and I was like, just sleep until the next day, but I couldn't. I was uncomfortable, and I was having a nightmare, and I just felt uncomfortable. So I was like, let me wake up for a couple hours.
And I will say this rehab is really nice. Like I have some experiences with hospitals and rehabs from dealing with mom, and also when I was younger, other family members and things. And this place looks so quiet. That's what I can't get over, how quiet it is. These hospitals and rehabs are always so noisy. There's always people talking, and there's machines going, and you hear footsteps. This is so peaceful. They gave her this like quiet, peaceful room with good food. This is like, as far as hospital stays go, she is blessed. This is like a beautiful hospital she's in.
So it's about to be 1 a.m. It's 12:45 in the morning. After dinner, I had that Reuben sandwich around 6.
Oh, wow.
And I took a nap at 6:50.
And this is all, and regardless of what Zio might tell us, I'm sure this is all weight related, right, Canada? I mean, does anybody think this isn't weight related? I would be shocked if these health problems that Zio's having are not weight related. So to have been intubated 3 times, and that intubated, for anybody not aware, that's when they give you a breathing tube. So for that to be done 3 times, if she wasn't able to breathe, then she was having some serious problems, and those almost guaranteed from her weight, because what else could be causing her to stop breathing at that age? She's only 28. All right, so in other words, it's not a big deal. It's a very simple procedure. Well, that's good to hear, at least.
9:30, something like that. Since I've been awake, I've had the last Uncrustable.
The last Uncrustable. So now she can walk 2 miles.
4 in the box. So I had the last one, which is water. I think today, food-wise, was really good. I stick to the meals. It's been 2 days now that I have not re-downloaded DoorDash after I had done it. So yesterday and today, I'm hoping tomorrow is a better day. Sorry that I
just hate the idea of DoorDash coming to these to a rehab. Now, I do understand that not everybody there has a weight issue. So I know they don't want to just ban it, because, some people, as a treat, if your family comes to visit you, they want to bring you something. I don't see anything wrong with that. But there has to be some middle ground, because there has to be some way to issue medical orders that this person not be given over a certain number of calories per day. And if they refuse to follow medical advice, that should be grounds for them to be dismissed. If I don't see how a doctor would not indicate that she be on a reduced calorie diet. And I just can't see how that is possible. Part of her rehab should be, and I'm no doctor, let me put up my disclaimer, I am not a doctor, not at all. But I don't see how medical professionals would not tell her that she needs to lose some weight as part of her treatment, because she is not going to regain mobility at that weight. I don't see that happening.
Forgetting to take off my facial hair. I think I'm just gonna scroll on the internet for a little bit, and then I'm gonna probably go to bed.
All right, well that's good at least.
I will not be posting.
Oh, there is.
Today.
Well, I gotta watch that,
Again,
Canada.
I feel
Cool, thank
kinda
you.
Drained in that area. I did receive some feedback saying that I shouldn't be posting if I don't feel like it, or not necessarily that, but that posting every single day is not good. I got a lot of feedback, different feedback. But then there's like so many people that love my videos every day. I don't know. I just have to see where it goes. If I could be really transparent and honest, I used to have another YouTube account when I was like 11. Back in 2009, something like that. And that's when I started making videos. So like, I feel like...
Hold on. So this person, so Zio is really young, because she said she was only 11 in 2009. So that means that, yes, like 27, 28 maybe. I mean, she's young.
Like, I have always been,
at least in my opinion, that's young.
Into picking up a camera and just really like talking or showing what I'm doing with my day and stuff like that. And for a couple years now, I've been wanting, remember the Vlog Squad? Like with Jason Nash, David Dobrik, I think his name is. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but the Vlog Squad. And like everyone, like that whole vlog area, like Remy, Ashton, what's the other girl's name? Why am I forgetting her name? You catch my drift. Adam Ray, like the vlog life and stuff. Can't forget about Trisha. But like, I've always wanted to do that, like daily vlogs.
Well, I think it's great that you do these vlogs, Zio. I just, see if you can maybe work on your health a little.
And it really is draining. And I can't even imagine.
Draining. Well, I mean, I guess it's more draining than doing nothing.
Doing them if I was out and about like every day, but and then these people get so like famous, and they get like they're able to hire editors, which makes it easier for them because they don't edit the videos themselves anymore. But yeah, so I know that I don't edit my videos at all. Like I just add the times or like little catchphrases here and there. But I don't know. It's about to be 1 and I just don't feel like editing right now. So probably gonna do the same thing, double video tomorrow. But I love you guys, and we'll see where this goes. I'm just honestly doing it day by day. Buenas noches. Good night.
All right, so I think we can watch. It's getting a little bit late, but we got time for another one, right? These are short. We can watch one more of these. So let me pull up one more of them. Oh, we got one here when she left, after she left the rehab. Oh, perfect. Hospital story time. Why are you in the hospital? Let's watch this. This is only 10 minutes. Maybe this will answer some people's questions.
Why are you in the hospital? That's the number one question I get asked every time I'm on live. Let's answer some questions while I eat lunch.
Ooh.
Let's yap. Today for lunch we have
a good channel, definitely.
A Sprouts, pesto, chicken.
Interesting. I will definitely check her out. Thank you for the tip.
Sandwich.
Look at the size of that sandwich. Holy crap. That is a massive sandwich.
Lunch. Let's yap. Today,
listen to how it thuds on the table, like how heavy it is.
For lunch we have a Sprouts, pesto, chicken sandwich, okay?
That's a big old sandwich.
A Sunsip cherry cola. I've never had Sunsip.
A cherry cola says only 5 grams of sugar. Okay, that's not bad.
We're trying it today for the first time. Yesterday I tried half day which is a tea. It was superior. It was so good. So I'm wishing the best. I've had Olipop. I've had Poppy. I like trying new things to see what I like. Also,
She is
can never
sassy.
go,
I
can
like
never
that.
miss. These are my favorite chips from Sprouts. They're kind of like Daki's dupe.
And a whole bag of chips. That's a big bag of chips too. That's not like a single. That's not a single serving of chips. This is like this is like a whole bag.
They're literally so bomb, and they don't have the red 40 dye, and they don't have as much coating
They don't have the dye. There you go. So that's these chips are healthy because they don't have so much dye on them.
as Takis do, but they're superior. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm talking about in it. I need my other hand for that. Let's start with this. No stevia. Okay. Prebiotics, vitamin, minerals. Period. Is there caffeine? I don't know. It's like, let's check. Let's get into it, okay? Enough with the yapping.
She's very sassy, and I kind of like it. Like I think it's funny. Like if I'm gonna watch somebody, I like people who like are kind of a little bit obnoxious, like a little bit full of themselves. You know what I mean? Like if somebody's humble, they're not gonna be as funny to watch.
Please be good. Okay, so 30 calories, 5 sugars, 8
I'll
carbs.
agree with you there. I'll agree with you.
All right.
That's all that matters.
Wait, dude, I'm like finding the best stuff, dude. Sprouts really does it for me. Look, I love Whole Foods. I love Trader Joe's, but Sprouts has been on it, like on it. Everything I've been finding from Sprouts, from their
And if
vegetables,
it's only 5 grams of sugar and she says it's tasty, then that's probably a good choice.
from their fruits, from their deli stuff, from their salads. Everything is literally so bomb. Okay, so the number one question I get asked, why are you in the hospital?
Yeah, tell us.
I'm in the hospital. Well, now I'm not in the hospital. This is a rehab center, a rehabilitation center that also specializes in respiratory. So people that have trachs, that are on oxygen. Today's my 4th day without oxygen. Clock it.
Wow. So 6 months on oxygen. What was, I mean, I guess, I'm sorry for asking all these questions. Why? I mean, I should have done more research, but I didn't. But I wonder why Zia was on oxygen for 6 months to begin with. I mean, I'm surprised that she's able to stop.
So yeah, they also specialize in bariatrics, but this rehab center is not only bariatrics. Like they don't manage weight. Do they have a dietitian? They do, but people don't come here to lose weight. So everyone
I could see that.
always asks me like, why aren't you losing weight, or why aren't you doing this? This is not a facility to lose weight.
Yeah, it would be really inappropriate for her to lose weight here. It's not that kind of facility. You know, she's not going to disrespect this place and lose weight if it's not a weight loss facility. It's not for that. She's trying to use it for its intended purpose. Please respect the facility.
I came here to regain mobility,
Yeah.
and to work on my respiratory. Because going on to the next question, why am I in the hospital? People think I'm in the hospital. I was in the hospital in Las Vegas for 4 months. I've now
4 months in the hospital. If anybody here has ever been unable to get into the emergency room or get a bed at the hospital, just be glad that somebody like Zio is taking up 4 months of space in that hospital.
been at rehab for 2 months. I was in the hospital in Vegas for 4 months.
And now remember, anybody here has a family member who was kicked out of the hospital after like 2 or 3 weeks? Because the insurance company was like, nope, we cannot justify letting your family member, or maybe you yourself, were kicked out of the hospital after a few days, perhaps. Because they don't, Zio got to stay 4 freaking months for a self-inflicted condition. And then there's people who can't even get a week in the hospital after a heart attack.
And now I'm in rehab in Arizona. I've been here 2 months. So this all happened because I was at Paradise in Vegas.
Oh, wow.
Which, if you don't know who they are, look them up on TikTok.
Wait a second. Obesity, hypo. So in other words, she just she just got too fat to breathe? She got too fat to breathe. Too fat, and she doesn't need to lose weight? This makes no sense. Her entire condition is predicated upon her being super obese. but she doesn't think she needs to lose weight. You're too fat to breathe. That's your medical diagnosis.
And I was becoming lethargic a little. Like, I remember, so I went to the ER on January 7th. And this smells very pesto-y. And I remember, God, this is going to be a long video. Let that settle down, because I don't like to bite into really cold things. And let's yap. So, I mean,
as much as I mean, that's a great point, but even not going that far, we don't even have to go that far. We could just look and say, what about taking up space in the hospital? Even if it were free, there's a limit on how much space, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to get a hospital bed.
Was at Paradise, and I remember a couple days before I was feeling ill. Like,
shameful.
I felt like I didn't have a cough, but I could definitely feel like my breathing was getting heavier. I was tired all the time. So what I did is I DoorDashed some Kleenex, like NyQuil, DayQuil, Gatorade, electrolytes, and I was a Vicks Vaporub, and I was like, I'll just take this per usual, and I usually can get over it the next day. Well, the next day came, and I remember it being like 5 p.m. and I hadn't left my room. So it
was a normal day.
At the time, my friends were concerned, and one of my friends had called the house to see if they've checked up on me. And so, long story short, they came to my room, and I just wasn't myself. My lips were purple. So they ran to CVS, and they got an oxygen reader. And they put it on my finger, and my oxygen.
Rosie's lips were purple the other day. If I remember that. Her eyes were dark, and like her lips were getting purple. Like, she might be developing that same issue, hypoventilation.
It was like 58. I can't remember if it was 48 or 58, but I think it was 58. And if you don't know what that means, it means you're about to die. Like literally. Your oxygen should always be above 90, specifically 92. It doesn't have to be 100, but it has to be in the 90s. If it's anything under 90,
I got you on that,
Elizu.
I know what that's like.
The oxygen is not reaching your brain. So the oxygen was not reaching my brain. Hello?
Oxygen. I think that's still an issue for you. I still think the oxygen's not reaching your brain, but.
And they were like, we can't move you. Like, we need to call.
We can't move you. Well, that's a physical issue. They just need more people to do that.
Ambulance. So they called the ambulance. And honestly, if they wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't have woken up the next day. Because I don't even remember those last couple of days. Like, they were so foggy to me.
And the world would have been so much poorer. I mean, just think about it. There wouldn't have been who would have taken up that hospital bed for 4 months? That bed would have been empty.
So then I went to the hospital, and I think they said I became hypoxic. I don't know what that means really. But basically, your oxygen is not reaching anywhere in your body. My oxygen was still low at the hospital, supposedly. And then I tested positive for the flu type A, which is one of the worst ones. I also tested, I had pneumonia.
So that's what it was. It was a combination. So in other words, the obesity made it so she couldn't really breathe. And then she got sick, and that made it even harder to breathe. And that basically almost killed her, it sounds like.
I had fluid
Which is sad.
in my lungs, and my lungs were filled with fluid.
I've lost patience too.
In Seattle, because I lived in Seattle for the past 8 years before coming to Vegas, I was diagnosed with chronic severe sleep apnea. This was like back in 2019.
She does.
So just imagine, from 2019 to 2025, I never wear a CPAP. If you don't know what a CPAP is, it's a machine that helps you breathe.
So she went all those years without a CPAP. This person's health must be horrendous.
At night, so the oxygen reaches your brain. Because when I sleep, I stop breathing. That's what sleep apnea is. So, and not necessarily only fat people have sleep apnea. A skinny person can have sleep apnea.
That is true. Sleep apnea, there can be other reasons, but obesity is one of the common reasons for sleep apnea. But there can be other reasons as well.
Yeah, okay, so it's not necessarily, is it due to weight? Yes. But
in her case it is. but other people sometimes they can get it for other
In my
reasons.
case, yes, it is.
Okay.
But I'm just letting you know that anybody can have sleep apnea. So just imagine all those years I've gone without properly sleeping, right? Properly getting sleep. So by this time, like, my health is just bad. I'm like the heaviest I've ever been. 600 and like over 600 pounds. Like, it was not looking good for me. I was doing mukbangs every day. Like, and there's no one to blame but myself. Like, I take accountability for that. So I don't want people here in the comments like talking crap, like you shouldn't have gone there, etc. Like the things I always hear, like, you know, I make my own decision. Nobody force fed me. Okay? So I'm in the hospital. All this is going down. I get intubated. Never.
The one thing I do like this, what I feel like is, I don't want to call it honesty, but I'll call it a forthright attitude. A candor, that's a better word for it. She has a certain candor to her where she just kind of says what's up, and she's not trying to mislead so much. She's straight up, it's like, hey, I'm fat. I ate myself into this. Yeah, now actually taking responsibility and doing something about it is be a lot more. But unlike somebody like Glitter and Lasers can't even acknowledge that she overeats. Glitter and Lasers says that she has no burnable body fat. Glitter and Lasers says that we don't know what she eats, and she eats very well. At least Zio here is acknowledging what we can all plainly see.
Never in my life have I been intubated. If you don't know what being intubated is, please look it up. Basically, you're on life support. Your body's no longer breathing for you. Like, I had tubes down my throat. Okay? When I woke up, oh my God, it's about to reach 10 minutes. So long. I've only answered one of your guys' questions. This is ridiculous. I do not even want to do a part 2 to this, okay? But when I woke up, I had tubes in my mouth, multiple tubes. I was strapped down, like my arms, like, let's just say like you're arrested. I was strapped. Each arm was strapped. Because the first thing you do when you want to wake up is you want to pull the tubes out. Like, it's so uncomfortable.
This woman has made her life so impossible, and she's only 28. How many years would it take for her to even just get back to being able to begin living a normal life? Like, I just, it's shocking. And I do have empathy for her. I can see that she's suffering in some ways, but she's doing this to herself. This is just shocking. It's horrible. It's horrible to see. It's self-harm is what it is.
You're in your throat. And yeah, that strap situation gave me so much PTSD. I couldn't handle it. I wanted to get out of the straps. But when I woke up, I realized that I couldn't feel my right leg, which is why I'm in rehab, because I can't walk yet. So that happened. But it gets better. I get intubated, not a second time again, not a third time. I got intubated a total of 4 times while I was there. And now, the second time that I woke up from my intubation, my arm is asleep. They say it's due to sedation, and I either slept on it, or it was positioned wrong, or...
Okay, so our original theory that she slept on her arm funny is basically correct. That's actually exactly what happened.
Because I just haven't walked, I haven't stood or moved my muscles in those 4 months of period. Like, just imagine bed rotting for 4 months, like being bedridden and...
Isn't that like how she normally spends her days?
Not even standing up.
Isn't that like normal for you?
My muscles need to get used to standing up again, which is what we're practicing in rehab every day. But it's about to reach 10 minutes, the video. That's basically why I'm here. So I'm in rehab now. Monday through Friday, I do physical therapy, occupational therapy. I've been sitting in my chair for long periods of times. I've been standing every day. The next steps will be to start
That's
taking
fantastic
steps
news, Sabin.
And
let's get some hearts in the chat for Sabin Nation. That is such fantastic news. I'm so happy to hear about that. I know that you've been going through a lot there with your daughter. She'd gone through a really traumatic experience, and it's just so fantastic to hear that she's doing better, right? Like, compared to all the obstacles that somebody like Zio or Foodie gives themselves, and somebody like you, like yourself and your daughter, who's been dealt a bit of a rough hand, but is by God, she's made it through. That's fantastic. That's just wonderful news. Hearts in the chat, everybody. Let's celebrate.
I want to so bad. Like, I want to regain my independence. Like, I've never been bedridden in my life until now. Like, this has been a very traumatic, like, big thing for me, but I'm coping with it, and I'm talking to you guys about it. So yeah, I'm sorry I only answered one of your questions. Why is she in the hospital? But
Right? She looks very old, 28. Okay, everybody. Well, I think this is not a bad time to end it for the night. We'll end it on that positive news from Sabin Nation. That's just a great way to end it on a positive note. Sabin Nation's daughter is doing fantastic. Zio is what it is. I think we're going to cover more Zio. I enjoyed covering Zio. I think that was fun. Let me put on a little bit of music, and I'm going to see you folks out. Hopefully everybody had a wonderful night tonight. Sorry I missed you last week. Just some stuff came up. I was super tired. But yeah, you got to take a week off every now and then, right? Be blessed, everyone. You were a fantastic audience. Oh, and thank you again to Canada Cool for the fantastic super chats tonight. Very much appreciated. Thank you so much again, Canada Cool. The $19.99 and $9.99 super chat. And thank you to all of the members, all of the viewers, all of the lurkers, anybody watching the replay. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. You folks rock. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye. I'll be back at least by next week, but maybe I hope I can do one before then. But if not, I'll see y'all next week. Literally, girl. All right, more Zio. Zio was fun. All right, everybody. Good night. Have a wonderful night. If I saw you earlier, see you next week. I'm half asleep. Good night.